Hello there and welcome. I'm Ali Gordon, the CEO and Visionary Officer for Be Leisure Rewards. In other words, I'm a person that comes up with quite a few ideas in our business, and I think in these challenging times, ideas are something that we need a lot of. So we've got our heads together here to bring you this webinar. So we're looking at additional revenue for bars, restaurants, cafes and leisure venues in Wakefield at this challenging time. So who is this presentation for? If you're the owner or decision maker in a restaurant, bar, cafe, leisure or culture venue in Wakefield, if you've been affected by the COVID-19 outbreak and the government communication resulting from that with footfall to your venue, if you're open to ideas to minimise the impact and not only survive but to thrive beyond the coronavirus. Now, you've probably been hit hard if you're like most venues, and we want to work with leisure venues in the Wakefield district to help you through this period and not only out the other side, but stimulate a thriving dining and leisure economy. So in this presentation, I'm going to walk you through our company, the offering, case studies and testimonials on who we work with, the opportunity that's available, and then what to do next. So our company is Be Leisure Rewards, and we formed about 2 years ago. And I'm from Wakefield, not originally, but I've lived here since 1986, and I became quite passionate from the experience I developed around various European cities in driving footfall back into venues that we could do a lot more locally in Wakefield. And so we formed the business, and our business is formed around a core strategy and the motivation behind why we do what we do. So then, about our strategy. So our business aims to improve well-being of local employees and business owners by enjoying more of what the city has to offer and enjoying more local experiences. And we achieve that through 4 different things. Firstly, we produce apps where people can discover local experiences. Secondly, we offer a digital voucher program so that users can scan a voucher and go and enjoy an experience, and the voucher scan makes an economic impact as local venues get paid. Thirdly, the experiences that we provide are used to help improve well-being, for example, yoga experiences, trips to the theatre or social experiences. And then finally, we offer promotional business events which have three different brilliant points about them. Firstly, they drive a bulk footfall and revenue to local venues. Secondly, they help the business community connect more authentically and enjoy it in an enjoyable way, having the experiences. And thirdly, they help to bring the experiences that we offer through the app to life. So what's in our motivation then behind why we do what we do? Well-being lies at the heart of what we do, whether that's well-being for employees or local business owners. Mental health related absence is on the increase and costs the nation billions. And so looking after the well-being of people is fundamental to what we do through experiences. The high street has faced challenges in more recent years with the rise of online and out-of-town shopping, and that's before this coronavirus and the recent recommendation for people not to go out to restaurants, bars and cafes. It's had a massive impact on the high street, and before this crisis we have been working tirelessly with venues and leisure venues and events on the high street and around the city to attract people back. The next point is culture and heritage. What we see is there's a huge amount locally that is available that we can really shout about what a great city Wakefield is, and the 5 towns, and what the place has got to offer as part of the branding of the place. So we've seen that running our events and doing a big song and dance about local culture is also having an amazing positive boost for local charities in the area. And then the final point is supporting local businesses. Now, we've supported local businesses anyway, and the way that we do it is through building relationships and exposure by enjoying more of what the city has to offer. But now with the coronavirus, obviously that's added an extra dimension of businesses that need a huge amount of support in order to survive these very challenging times. So let's look quickly at the technology we've developed. Now, this was a technology that was in use before the recent announcements not to go into venues. And you'll see as I explain how it works that this has a major opportunity for when we're ready to get back to venues to drive and attract people back into local places, which I think, given the message and all the anxiety and worry at the moment, to have a reward and a perk and a benefit in order to do that is going to be very positive to change behaviour patterns and encourage people back and support local businesses. So I'm going to walk you through just quickly how it works. So in the centre there, you'll see the app includes experiences and vouchers. To the right hand side of the screen, you'll see experiences. Now, these are experiences that have been put together by local dining and leisure venues in the Wakefield area. Now, to the left, you'll see a QR code, and what happens is each month a new QR code is generated through the system. And then what that does is each month the employee or business owner can go out and scan the code and then enjoy an experience. It's a bit like the idea of hopping out of an Uber and it feels like you haven't had to pay. So what happens with this system is a local person, an employee or a business owner can walk in to a venue and they can have an experience. But what happens is the revenue that's generated behind the code from the employer subscription is then passed to the venue. And what that means is for our local venues is that they get paid, they drive a foot through the door, and we're out there marketing local venues without a cost to the venue, so they're getting discovered. And here's some examples of our events. So you can see the thriving business community. It's growing from strength to strength. So this was an example that we held at Production Park with Blocal Catering, offering the catering services during that event. And now if you have heard of Production Park, or if you've not heard of Production Park, should we say, it's one of Wakefield's treasures where the great and good of rock and roll go and rehearse before going on tour. So celebrities such as Hugh Jackman, Whitney Houston's hologram was there just a few weeks ago, Little Mix, Beyonce are a few names, to name a few, that come to Wakefield to rehearse before going on tour. Here's another example of one of our business with brunch events, and this was at the Queen's Mill in Castleford, which was the old Allinson's Mill, which was a derelict building, and there's great vision behind the restoration of this building, and you'll see the energy that's around this place with the River Aire that flows past the Queen's Mill at the top left there. You'll see the staircases that have been just amazing, the volunteers that have put time and effort and energy into the restoration. So these engineers have constructed these staircases to enable people to get around the mill. You'll see the events so well packed out, and these events are gaining momentum and growing from strength to strength until the recent announcements that we aren't able to go out and connect in venues and have contact, which has put that activity on hold just for now. But we think from this we've got a great opportunity to scale. So here's some fantastic testimonials, and it's like a time capsule, so that we've captured what people felt about the events that they took part in. They really felt it was very well organised. They really enjoyed it, making great connections. It was fun, and standing room only. The rooms are absolutely packed. So the events have really been growing from strength to strength, and what we want to do is reignite these when we come back following this period of the coronavirus and not being able to go out, that we can come back with a bang and work with more venues and create a bigger story and more excitement about the local area and what it's got to offer. So here's a case study of one of our local employers, OE Electrics, that really value their employee well-being. Now, there's 171 employees locally earning money in Wakefield can go and spend their vouchers in Wakefield. And what this has done at the moment is put everything on hold. So we're adapting accordingly. So we're extending the lifetime value of the vouchers accordingly. And we're going to be putting the production of new vouchers on hold until further down the line when we've got the all clear and employees can go out and enjoy it. But you can see with other companies like Production Park and other local businesses with great culture are just starting to step in and enjoy the programme. So we think this has got great potential beyond this period to really bring a boost to the local area. We work with the Theatre Royal, so here we have Sarah Shooter, who deals with the corporate sponsorships side of the charity. So Sarah says we've generated revenue through corporate sponsorships and promotion. The theatre have valued getting lots of creative marketing ideas, and they really value the partnership through the Business with Brunch events that we offer, so that their corporate partners can come along and enjoy networking opportunities all around local leisure and the theatre, so that they get more value out of the sponsorship opportunities at the theatre. So we really enjoy working with them, and we would love to be able to connect and extend more relationships with other local leisure charities, so we can do more of the same. So you'll see here Marmalade on the Square. So Marmalade on the Square, for anybody that doesn't know, is a local independent coffee shop in Wakefield. It's quite successful, has obviously been impacted by the this outbreak, but for Rachel Sage of Marmalade on the Square has benefited from sales from the voucher programme, and has also generated revenue and exposure from events that we've held there. So you can see that we're starting to make an impact, and although it's caused a challenge for us, it's actually created a whole new scope of opportunity with the onset of the coronavirus, because what it's meant is whilst we can't get out, we can get lots of activity done online, which before we were spending a lot of time out and about. So we really believe through this journey that we can not only survive this time, but actually by pulling together efforts, we can actually come out of the other side together in a far better place than where we started. So we offer 4 products, and we've given you a flavour of some of them. We offer a business boost product, so that's for local business owners to grow their business and enjoy more rewards. So they have access to one networking event each month with Business and Brunch, and then they have a reward experience every month. And then with Culture Boost, that's about working with local employers to improve the well-being and business performance through employee awards. And then Be Local, which is probably going to be more of interest to yourselves, where we're driving footfall and revenue to local leisure venues, and we do that on a performance basis. And then finally is sponsorship, and this is a new addition to our programme based on where we are, because we're going to be taking a step back short term from our events so that we can massively scale up and increase the offering and increase the level at which we're operating when we come back to our events in a few months' time. So our sponsorship is about getting businesses noticed for doing good and building authentic relationships with ideal customers, and that's going to include things like we're going to be introducing corporate hospitality events as part of that to increase the revenue and group bookings available later in the year. We're going to be through the Culture Boost programme offering additional incentives with recruitment agencies that put employees in post as a reward for being in post for longer. So we've got lots of exciting things in the pipeline, lots of ways to drive revenue and footfall. So then the whole idea behind the Be Local programme is for local venues to get busy again, which beyond the outbreak of the coronavirus, we think this is going to be very much needed. So we want to work right now to work together on the assumption that we're going to get through this pretty quickly, but then once we do, we're relaunching, so we've got lots of activity in the pipeline. So these are the kind of things that we do as part of the Be Local programme, is host events at venues. So we can be, when we launch again, hosting events at your venue to drive revenue and footfall and hopefully make up for some of the shortfall that's been missed during this difficult time. And then you've got the opportunity as part of the programme to accept the Be Leisure vouchers, of which we have a number that have been issued through existing employees and members that haven't been redeemed. So we want more places to go and more things to do and ways to spend their vouchers when people are back in action and ready to go out and enjoy it. And the third point here is about coming together to make a local impact. We don't have a monthly fee for the Be Local programme, so it means that we can market you readily and freely, and then the only point that you pay anything is when we drive footfall and revenue through the door. So, and then you work out what works best for you. So we think this is a real win-win, and then because of the nature of the vouchers as well, we can measure the local impact, and so we can show you the contribution that you're making to the local economy. So then what next? Well, we've been racking our brains to think what could we do and how could we work with our venues to support them even further. So I've got a few ideas here to put by you, and you're welcome to hop in and embrace these ideas, or you can embrace some of them or none of them or all of them. That's completely up to you, but we're putting them there for you to help you through this difficult time. So we're scaling up, which might seem counterintuitive, but we believe this is an amazing opportunity beyond the other side here, where there's going to be such challenges facing our local economy, facing local businesses, and facing our local dining leisure venues following decisions about advice about people going out, that we can make a big impact if we scale. And we know that we can achieve that, but only if we work together. So what we'd like to invite you to do is to invite your business contacts to see our presentations, our membership and our sponsorship opportunities. It doesn't matter to us if they want to be part of it or if they don't. What we want to do is just show lots of people and hopefully get the people that are excited about the idea and making a local impact to hop in and start making a difference. And what we'll do, we'll put 10% of revenue of anything that we generate via PayPal back into your bank account. So that's a way that you can drive revenue by supporting the growth of this community, because obviously the bigger it grows, the more bookings and the more activity you've got going on the other side. So that's what we're planning in the pipeline, is things like hospitality bookings with local businesses, events. We've got the subscription vouchers through the app. We've got the premium vouchers, so we can drive more revenue. And remember that we do all this without fees to local venues, so you haven't got marketing costs or any risk in order to participate. So we think it's a real opportunity, and we've got some other ideas to put to you as well. We've created a Facebook group as a real peer-to-peer support network for local venues, so you can help each other to come up with ideas. And also, if you've got ideas of what you could offer local businesses, and because we've got a business community that are really keen to support the local economy and help local businesses to thrive, the mindset's there to help you at this time. So what we want to do is put that out there to you to work with us so we can help you to reach more people and hopefully generate additional revenue in this time. So at the moment then, our locations, we operate in Wakefield, but what we're going to be doing is extending this opportunity wider than Wakefield, because we feel that we've got a proven model and this will be needed more than ever beyond the outcome of the coronavirus. And so we work with partners like Leeds Beckett University and the Skills Service. So working with them, we believe that we can really roll this out and create a lot more exposure and excitement for the idea and make a real local impact. So what to do next then? So you've got a few options. We're going to hop over in a minute and answer any questions you've got in the chat. But if you want to fix up a call, I'm more than happy to speak with you. If you want to do a face-to-face meeting, or if you want to, when we're fit to do that again, or if you want to do an online video call, more than happy to do that. We can arrange that. And then we'd like to add you to the Facebook group. So I'll provide a link there so that you can request access to that. And then, yes, if you've got any ideas, I'm going to hop over and put my contact details if you want to drop an email, and then we'll really take it from there based on what you want to get out of it. But we really would hope that beyond this point, it's challenging times. We pull together and establish a business relationship so that we can come out of this a lot stronger than we went into it. And we were really, it really was growing from strength to strength. So we're really quite excited about what we can do from here. So thank you very much for watching all the information and taking all that in. And I'm ready to hop over and take your questions now.